across the goal mouth. Past CHINAGLIA. And there is JOHAN NEESKENS, always dangerous in the air. Bullseye, and the Cosmos a big 4-3 winner in Southern Florida. This is Cosmos Soccer, live from Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. The Cosmos meet the Fury. Brought to you in part by Volkswagen and Porsche Audi. You can win a Porsche 924 or a VW Rabbit in the Volkswagen Porsche Audi Shootout. See your participating dealer for details. And by Budweiser, for all you do, this Bud's for you. And by your nearby independent Gulf dealer who reminds you to check your tires. Underinflated tires can waste gasoline. And by McDonald's. Visit your neighborhood McDonald's and see for yourself. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. Good evening, everyone. I'm Jim Carvelis, together with Seamus Mallon, Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. The Cosmos a big winner Wednesday night in Fort Lauderdale to snap that 2-game losing streak. But another big game tonight against a club that in the standings doesn't look too impressive. But keep in mind they've won all 8 of their games right here at Veterans Stadium.
They have, and they've come on very strong lately, Jim. They've had tremendous victories over Tampa Bay, Houston, Detroit, and now, much to the delight of Cosmos fans last week, Minnesota. So they're not to be underestimated in the least. This despite the fact that they lost Alan Ball, traded to Vancouver, and also missed Frank Worthington last week. But Frank Worthington is back and will be very dangerous in that striking position tonight against the Cosmos.
And the Cosmos, again, will be playing without Carlos Alberto. Sinino will not be starting at wing. Liverich will be in for him. We'll give you the complete starting lineups right after these messages. Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia, Jim Carvelis, Seamus Mallon. We told you before those commercials that Sinino would not be starting tonight at wing, but technical director Julio Mazzei has decided to reinstate him at wing. So there is Sinino. He will be starting at wing, along with Denny Tuert, you see to his right, your left, and of course Giorgio CHINAGLIA. They'll be the Cosmos front line.
Okay, we are going to have the Fury lineup here. You see Bob Rigby. The back four is going to be CRYDER, Nikolic, Dempsey, and Martinovich back from an injury. In the middle of the field will be Lukic, Kremer, and Fran O'Brien, moved up from fullback mid-season. And up front, Peter Menino, locally from University of Pennsylvania. Their great striker, David Robb, and Frank Worthington.
All right, and now from Philadelphia, ladies and gentlemen, our national anthem.
Okay, and the Cosmos lineup, they will go with the same team which started again in that exciting match at Fort Lauderdale with Hubert Birkenmeyer in goal, the back four of Eskandarian, Ricebergen, Franz Beckenbauer at sweeper, and Marinho. Midfield will be handled again by Bogey, Ricky Davis, and Johan Neeskens, and up front the familiar trio of Dennis Tuert, Giorgio CHINAGLIA, and Sinino.
important game for the Cosmos, and they've got some fans to help them win it. Had a brief shot there of the Cosmos headers, their supporters club. There's got to be 500 or 600 strong out there. And here's Mr. Birkenmeyer, who was so outstanding in that win in Fort Lauderdale. Hubert Birkenmeyer.
Well, here it was the talk of the locker room after the game from the players' point of view and the press. Dennis Stewart had a great game, to be fair, but Birkenmeyer was new. Nobody quite knew whether he would rise to the occasion, and he did even more than that. Pulled off some sensational saves.
All right, the opening kickoff now, and the Cosmos kicking off and underway. That's Ricky Davis. Let me tell you about these Philadelphia uniforms. I don't even have to tell you. You've seen it already. It's hard to see the numbers. Bright yellow uniforms, a thin black number trimmed in white. Almost impossible to see. Here's Ricky Davis. Tackled off the ball, and the referee says play on. Now that man was Ratty Martinez. You see him with that cast on his right arm. He hasn't played since the Houston game here over a month ago. But he's the lineup here. David Robb playing the ball out. NEESKENS intercepted. Back to Ricebergen. Now to Marinho in the penalty box. Marinho clearing for Sanino, who was pushed, and are they going to call it?
Yes. Foul is on CRYDER.
So you're going to have to bear with us on these numbers. Incredible. Can't believe that anybody would put a white number on a yellow uniform. It not only is difficult for the TV people who are trying to do the game and you people watching at home, but what about the people that paid to get in and are trying to figure out who's playing for the home team? Ricebergen gets it over to Marinho. And now here's Ricky Davis. Gets it down nicely to Ricebergen. Whim to the 35, and his pass is broken up. That big bearded gentleman is Nicky Nikolic. He'll be in evidence most of the evening. Here's Denny Tuert, and it's knocked over the near sideline.
Martinovic coming all the way across the field from his left fullback position, marking very tightly on Dennis Tuert. Surprising to see him make a run all the way across the field. Usually they pass on wingers who go from one side to the other, but Dennis made a name for himself again last week, and they're not going to let him get away with anything easily.
Beckenbauer fought off the ball that time. Here comes Philadelphia on the attack. In the box. This is dangerous. Just missed. Just missed. Birkenmeyer had to come out to cut the angle on that. And Dusan Lukic almost stuck it in the corner. Watch it again, Schaefer.
Yeah, nice ball from Fran O'Brien, who overlapped well. Claims for offside there, not to no avail, and a good shot by Lukic just past the far post.
Philadelphia dangerous here. They've won 8 and only lost 3, and 2 of those 3 losses were shootouts. So they really only lost 1 game here in regulation time. And that was to the California Surf of all people, 3-2. Cosmos throwing in, not a very good throw, and the ball knocked over the near sideline. It should be a Cosmos throw in here by Marinho. Cosmos are 14 points up on second place Washington. And the Diplomats playing later tonight against California in Anaheim. Keep in mind the Cosmos also battling Minnesota for most points in the National Conference. That'll be very important for the playoffs. And the last time Minnesota played, it was right here, and they lost one. Oh, no, actually they lost here 2 games ago, 1-0. Then they lost in Rochester last night, 1-0. So the Cosmos have benefited from 2 straight Minnesota losses, and they've gotten no points. In the box, Sanino heads it back. Here's Chinaglia trying to wheel around. Fought off the ball. Now a bad clearance and taken down or knocked out. And there's Denny Tuert. The referee says play on. That was an interesting call. Tuert kind of muscled off the ball.
Well, I think Denny did turn his back into it and made it look worse than it really was. Here comes Sanino again.
Sanino always battling. Cosmos have it. Back to Sanino in the box. Chipped away. Now knocked out of the box. A lot of action early in this game, Seamus, as we had in the Fort Lauderdale game.
Yeah, it's interesting to see them put a lot of pressure very early on John Dempsey, who was really one of the veteran players of Philadelphia, and is going to be marking very tightly on Giorgio Chinaglia tonight. But the Cosmos not hesitating to go to that spot.
But there is a big difference developing already. Philadelphia marking a lot closer all over the field than did Fort Lauderdale. And there's a bad Chinaglia pass that's picked off by Martinovic. And now it's Philadelphia with the ball. O'Brien plays it up. Not a good ball. Easily picked off by Eskandarian. Cosmos coming with it. This is Bogey. Rolls it to Ricky Davis, who's had a lot of the ball early on. Bogey brings it under control with that marvelous skill. Back to Ricky Davis. And now to Johan Neeskens, the hero of the last game. One of the heroes, along with Tourt and Birkenmeyer. Now Bogey getting it in the box, intending it for Chinaglia. Knocked away. Martinovic didn't trap it very well. Knocked it over the far sideline. Cosmos throw in. Here's Ricky Davis. Check it. Neeskens throwing it in. And now here's Bogey at the midfield line. Rolls it to Franz. Franz has Marinho on the left. Marinho has the ball, 35. Touch back to Seninho. Seninho to Chinaglia. Knocked away from behind. Close quarters. Interception, Ricky Davis. Ricky plays it to Denny Tourt. Now here's Tourt's shot on goal on a good pass from Bogey. This program is authorized and the rights granted by the Cosmos solely for the entertainment of our audience. Any publication, broadcast, or the use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this event, including the imposition of a charge for viewing the program without the express consent of the Cosmos, is strictly prohibited. Cosmos trying to get out of danger. Neeskens rolled it back to the goalkeeper Birkenmeyer. Good play by Neeskens, Seamus.
Yeah, Neeskens filling in very nicely in those dangerous defensive slots in front of the penalty area. Certainly the midfield defense looks a lot tighter already in the first 5 minutes tonight than it did in the wide open spaces of Fort Lauderdale.
Weisbergen's pass deflecting off a Philadelphia player. Philadelphia on the attack. Anticipating the pass, though, and making the interception was Eskandarian, and now they gave it away. Now in the box. Here's a shot punched away by Birkenmeyer. Birkenmeyer punched it away. Philadelphia still with the ball. Now the cross in the box, knocked out of there nicely by Bogey. He not only knocked it out, but he got it onto the foot of Ricky Davis beautifully.
Wonderful turn by Bogey.
Here's Denny. Knocked away. Loose ball belongs to the Cosmos. Bogey at midfield. To Ricky Davis, 35-yard line, Philadelphia. Ricky's pass not a good one to Neeskens. And it's Philadelphia coming on the attack. Handball against the Cosmos.
Again, a lot of play down the middle, Jim. That's somewhat uncharacteristic. We've seen in past Cosmos performance a lot of Seninho, Liverich, and Tourt. But it's a good thing to test the center of a defense early in the game and just see how solid they are.
Had a very good ball coming into the box by Nikolic and over the goal line. Neeskens wins it in the air. That's Philadelphia with it. Dempsey hits it aimlessly up the field. Beckenbauer ranges back to pick it off. Now rolls it to Weisbergen. No score in the match. If you're just tuning in, 37-30 to play in the first half. Cosmos and the Fury. Ricky Davis operating the right wing inside the 35-yard line. Davis for Bogey, but it was knocked away. Let's see what happens with this. It goes over the goal line, and they say corner kick. It was last touch by Philadelphia's Righty Martinovic, and the Cosmos get a corner kick.
Kick up here! Here, kick it. Come on.
Big game in Giant Stadium next Wednesday night. The Cosmos and the Minnesota Kicks. Boy, that ought to be something. Davis. Bogey. Seninho. Neeskens, a hard shot over the goal line from Philadelphia. No score in the match. 37 minutes to play. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, still no score in the match. 35-40 to play in the first half. The Cosmos against the Philadelphia Fury. Cosmos with a free kick. Beckenbauer was fouled. Franz has been hammered a few times he's had the ball, Seamus. They've really marked him.
Worthington practically took his shirt off that time.
Loose ball. Eskandarian, who's excellent in the air, won it in the air. Now to Ricky Davis. Play it toward Chinaglia. Dempsey battering him from behind. Now GIORGIO with the ball. Dempsey got a foot on it, cleared it. Eskandarian to the midfield line. Esky at the 35-yard line. Play it back for Bogey. Keep in mind, Alberto not here for the second straight night. That man, Beckenbauer, is playing a sweeper position. Marinho's pass for Bogey, not very good. Tickets for all Cosmos home games are available at 210 branches of the Manufacturers Hanover Trust Company in New York and at branches of the Fidelity Union Trust Company in New Jersey. Tickets are also available at Ticketron, charged at Giant Stadium, the Cosmos ticket office at 75 Rockefeller Plaza, and at Madison Square Garden. Bus service to Cosmos home games available from New York's Port Authority. No score in the game. Jim Carvalho, Seamus Mallon. Philadelphia now moves on the attack. The Fury, been a furious club at home this year. 8-3 at home. They haven't won on the road. The Cosmos, on the other hand, as Ricky Davis fouls. The Cosmos are 8-4 on the road. Philadelphia's free kick. And the ball lobbed toward the far post was deflected by a Cosmo. Last touch by a Cosmos player. And it should be Philadelphia's first corner kick of the night.
Interesting to see that already Philadelphia has shifted their lineup from 4-3-3 as listed in the air to a 4-4-2. Peter Menino being the right winger who is now withdrawn to midfield.
All right, here's the corner. And right on goal, Birkenmeyer. Not much of a headshot because the man was covered.
Actually, the referee did call a free kick there on Rob for charging into the back of Eskandarian. So even if he had made greater contact and scored, it clearly wouldn't have counted.
See how close Philadelphia is marking. They're not allowing the Cosmos to clear the ball very easily or build it. Bogey to Reisbergen. Now he finds some space with Eskandarian. Eski trying to hit Neeskens, who was making a run, but the pass, as you saw, well over his head. And here's Bobby Rigby, who played with the Cosmos over the near sideline. Not handled very well there by CRYDER. Brooks CRYDER, another American player. Rigby started his pro career right here with Philadelphia in 1973, and as a rookie, Lee Strasburg took him to a championship. Marinho to Denny Tuert against CRYDER now. Denny Tuert beat him to the outside. Now look for the cross in front. Nobody there. Clear out of the box easily. Good work by Tuert, but no one there to accept his cross. Wim Reisbergen with Robb. That'll be some battle all night. David Robb, all he's done is scored 13 goals and 15 assists this year. He is, in other words, he's been a part of 28 of their 40 goals. What an acquisition he's been from Tampa Bay.
And he's one of the most robust physical players in the league, but a very effective physical player, not just a workhorse. He really has got some touch and skill too.
Speaking of skill, what about that little backflip they had a Beckenbauer to his goalkeeper? He shows complete confidence in his keeper because if his keeper's not expecting that, it's in the net. Reisbergen now playing it over to Eskandarian to Franz. Franz to Bogey. Bogey to Giorgio. Nice header for Ricky Davis. Now to Bogey. Bogey to Davis. Nice build-up of the Cosmos. That pass for Sanino knocked over the far sideline.
Martinovic now has not followed Denny Tuert to the left side anymore. Tuert now over here has been passed on to CRYDER, so Sanino is now being marked by Martinovic.
All right, here's Franz looking for some movement. Ball broken up in the box by Nikolic. Cosmos have it with Marinho and out of Neeskens. Johan Neeskens with two players on him. Little back heel for Marinho. Marinho to Franz. Cosmos finding it tough to get inside. Now Bogey trying to get it back to Franz, but under pressure, you saw he lost the ball. Lukic playing it for Robb, and now a foot race between Robb and Reisbergen. And what's the referee going to call? The linesman is going to make a call here. I think he's going to make an obstruction call against Reisbergen.
That's right. The referee's hand went up, indicating indirect free kick taken by Robb.
To the far post. Eskandarian up in the air to head it to the edge of the box. Philadelphia controls it there. Now a chip to the far post. Robb shot. He was wide open over the goal, and the referee, the linesman, said he wasn't offside. You saw Marinho pointing to Robb. But the linesman was saying, no, sir, he was onside. And he missed quite an opportunity.
He sure did. He was not offside, despite Mourinho's claims, because when the ball was hit, he was on the correct side of Mourinho. Mourinho just simply lost sight of him and let him go, or allowed him to go in behind him, which is fatal.
I pick up the Cosmos inside the 35. Ricky Davis has a little bit of room. Now Ricky in the box. Broken up. Ricky stays in the ball to Giorgio, who's been staying outside the box a lot tonight, Seamus. Interesting, maybe creating room for other people in there. Now Giorgio. Here's his shot deflected. Corner kick coming up. So interesting strategy there with CHINAGLIA coming outside a little bit.
Well, the striker has to vary his position. He just simply cannot hang around in the penalty area waiting for chances. And Giorgio is much more mobile already here tonight than he was in Fort Lauderdale.
Corner kick now very effective for the Cosmos, as you saw. Is Ricky Davis always hustling, always working, and this time called for a foul. Ricky Davis, one of the most active players in the league, and now Ricky had a few words for the official, and the official's going to come over and have a few words for Ricky. I'll call the game. You play, Ricky. Up the left wing. That's the fullback, Martinovic. Handled by the goalkeeper, Birkenmeyer. You fans at Giant Stadium, you're really going to like this Birkenmeyer. Courageous goalkeeper, talented. Eskandarian. And he finally lost the ball. Eski made a long run up the field. Philadelphia with Dusan Lukic. Lukic over the midfield line. There's Neeskens battling Lukic for the ball. Makes him give it up. Manino tackled by Senino. Manino. Nice tackle that time by Eskandarian. Here's Johan Neeskens now with Senino on his left and CHINAGLIA way over on the right. Johan making penetration. Backfield for Bogey. Bogey. Denny Tuort.
Unfortunate there for Denny that the ball just came slightly to the wrong side of him. Otherwise, he would have been able to take it by the defender for a great chance.
There's no score in the match. 27-41 to play in the first half. The Cosmos and the Philadelphia Fury. A club they have played 3 times and beaten 3 times in the Fury's existence. Once last year here was 3-0, I believe. They had a tough game in Giant Stadium last year, 1-0, and a tough game this year, although the Cosmos won it 4-2. Look at this. Cosmos really working the ball. Here's Denny Tuort outside the box, beats his fullback. Now the cross to the far post, but nobody really there. Ricky Davis and CHINAGLIA, and they're going to say last touch CHINAGLIA over the goal line. Goal kick coming up for Philadelphia. From Philadelphia, no score in the game. The Cosmos and the Fury are watching Cosmos Soccer. Back to the action. Still no score in the game. The Cosmos clearing out of their own end. Here's Franz Beckenbauer at the Cosmo 35-yard line. Playing it to Ricky Davis. Now to Senino at the 35-yard line. To CHINAGLIA. Look at that close Philadelphia marking, Seamus. They're not giving him any room at all.
Well, they have 8 players back there.
CHINAGLIA outside the box. Surrounded by people. Got around 3 men. Fires a shot wide. Corner kick, last touch by a Philadelphia defender. CHINAGLIA, surrounded by 3 people, made a good move to get around and get the shot off.
Look at all those yellow shirts. They've dropped 7 people back there, including the goalie. He does get the shot off between the legs of number 4, Nikolovic.
High corner kick coming up for the Cosmos. Play it outside the box again. Marinho. So the last 2 corner kicks haven't created much danger for the Cosmos. Eskandarian. Ricky Davis heads it back to Senino. Senino hasn't really taken anybody on yet. Here he goes now. Plays it out to Marinho. In the box towards Senino, headed away. And cleared by Philadelphia. Philly in their own end now. They play it back to Bobby Rigby.
Haven't seen much yet of the Worthington Magic. Worthington was the leading scorer in England in Division 1 this year, and I think, no question, has been a bit of a disappointment to Philadelphia. In fact, they were trying to make a good trade for him just prior to the deadline and couldn't pull it off.
Foul against the Cosmos. You can be the winner of a Porsche 924 or a VW Rabbit in the Volkswagen Porsche Audi shootout on August the 8th at Giant Stadium. See your participating dealer for details. No score in the match. 24 minutes remaining to play in the first half. Cosmos and the Philadelphia Fury. That's Franny O'Brien, number 3. He's played in all the 3 matches, by the way, between these two clubs. Franny was a fullback a lot of last year, and now he's been a midfielder. Good player. Ball headed high in the air. Neeskens got a head on it. This is Marinho with the ball. And he's got a good ball coming here to Neeskens at midfield. Neeskens has it knocked away over the near sideline by Dusan Lukic.
Well, interesting free kick there taken by O'Brien. He was looking for John Dempsey, who had gone all the way up, but Neeskens spotted that very quickly and picked him up. And unfortunately for O'Brien, he picked the worst possible area to flight a high ball, that is into Neeskens' area, because he's simply unbeatable in the air.
Neeskens, what a magnificent goal that was against Fort Lauderdale Wednesday.
Yes.
And pretty timely as well, I'd say, Seamus. Won a game.
I think that was the best game I've seen in a couple of years.
End-to-end game.
Oh, outstanding.
Marinho to Bogey. Bogey didn't trap it very well, and here comes Philadelphia on the counterattack. Watch Philadelphia now. Cosmos only have 3 defenders back. Play the ball wide here. Beckenbauer, the sweeper, comes over to pick up the man. Here's the ball in the box, but it's broken up nicely by Ricky Davis. Ricky Davis came over to make the play, gets good position in the sideline, and gets the ball back. Nice play by young Ricky Davis. Davis to Senino. Leaves it for Chinaglia. There's Giorgio out at the 35-yard line. Chinaglia now. Let's see what he does. To Denny Tourt. Tourt comes in the box. His shot rolls right into the arms of Bobby Rigby. The Cosmos return home to Giant Stadium this Wednesday to take on the Minnesota Kicks at 9 o'clock. Then on Sunday, next Sunday at the stadium, San Jose Earthquakes at 9 o'clock. 2 big games this week at Giant Stadium. Cosmos and Minnesota Wednesday. That ought to be something. It really ought to be something. Referee says play on. It's a 9 o'clock game. The Sunday game, I believe, is at 7:30 against San Jose. 7:30. That's the Sunday game. Here come the Cosmos attacking, deflected away. And the loose ball picked up by Giorgio. Got it to Senino. They're going to call handball. Handball against Philadelphia outside the box.
Well, let's see if Marinho has a go at this one. It is in his favorite spot. Remember the goal against New England? That sensational ball around the wall.
Don't underestimate Franz taking this shot either.
That's right.
But Franz is laying back a little bit. Doesn't look like he is going to take it. Marinho hits it, hits the wall. And there's Ricky Davis stealing it from Rob again. It'll be a Cosmos throw, and Ricky Davis always working. One of the bright young American players in the Cosmos and in the league. You know, we talk so much about the foreign stars that the Cosmos have. They have some excellent American players, some of the best in the world, really. Neeskens, and this shot saved by Rigby. Neeskens really bombed it from 25 yards.
And again, of course, very unselfishly set up by Bogey, who has made a reputation, of course, for laying off chances for other people. Now, here's a chance for Bogey to volley it, but he doesn't. He just touches it back, and there's Neeskens in for a steamer.
All right, we're back to the live action. Neeskens made a steal, but Philadelphia gets it right back again. And now Beckenbauer, the sweeper, rolls it back to Birkenmeyer. Out to Wim Rijsbergen. Rijsbergen in his own zone. Time remaining 20 minutes and 15 seconds in the first half. No score in the game. Cosmos in Philadelphia. Well, last touch by Philly. It'll be a Cosmos throw, I believe. Go ahead, Shane.
Yeah, they're playing a much tighter game. It's actually, although it's not producing goals yet, they are getting chances, but basically it's a much more disciplined game than was the case last Wednesday night.
All right, Denny Tourt. Nice ball on the left here. If Marinho can save it, he couldn't. Tourt was under pressure there, and he saw Marinho out of the corner of his eye. The idea was good, but the ball just had a little bit too much pace on it on this AstroTurf.
That's right. It would have been an excellent opportunity on natural turf, but not here.
Bobby Rigby. Again, Eskandarian wins it in the air. It's amazing his timing.
Yeah, that's the secret.
Great timing, and of course Neeskens has the same uncanny ability. So many times you wonder why a little guy can get so high, and I think that's basically the reason. Sure, ability to jump is important, but if you're jumping too soon or too late, it doesn't really matter how well you jump.
That's right. It's wonderful to watch the really experienced players, the players who can rise and almost hang in the air while others are beginning to fall away in the jump.
Rob couldn't control it, and Beckenbauer allowed the ball to go over the goal line. Rob pleading his case there, but no doubt about it. See Philadelphia, they're pressing the Cosmos even on their clearance out of their own end. Sinino has stripped of the ball by Lukic. Now for Rob up the wing. And the ball knocked over the goal line. Goal kick again, last touch by Rob, who doesn't believe it.
Well, Reisbergen is giving Rob fits over there on the right. He really hasn't had much of a chance to do very much.
A lot of people fits. All right, Marinho now for the Cosmos, shy of the midfield line. Chip for Ricky Davis in traffic, and he gets fouled. Davis fouled. Obvious foul by Nikolic.
Nice little chip from Marinho. In comes Ricky, has control, and very clearly knocked off the ball there bodily.
All right, back to the live action. The Cosmos pick up the ball in the middle of the field. That's Beckenbauer. Franz, not a good pass for Bogey, but it comes right back to Franz, who touches it to Ricky Davis. Now they're in Philadelphia zone, just barely. Davis plays it back to Franz. Philadelphia very tight defensively. Davis has to play it back again. And out of Franz. Neeskens is over on that right wing there. Neeskens to Sinino, nicely to Marinho, inside the 35. Now plays it for Giorgio, knocked away, cleared. Philadelphia with the ball. Reisbergen read it perfectly, didn't he?
Well, that's one of the problems with playing two men up front. Counterattacks are very difficult to pull off.
Marinho now to Denny Tourt. Let's see what Tourt can do with the fullback. He can beat him. Here it comes. The header comes outside the box. Sinino broken up. Martinovic made a fine play. Here comes Philadelphia now, attacking the other way. David Robb, the target man, their fine goal scorer. There's Menino, who plays it back into his own zone. Now that's off the chest of Reisbergen. It should be a throw in Philadelphia. Wim Reisbergen, what a professional he is. Nothing very fancy about Reisbergen. All he does is guard the other club's top scorer every game. It's a physical battle for 90 minutes with Reisbergen, and he usually does his job. Beckenbauer, what a ball. Here's Ricky Davis at the pitcher's mound. Cross in front, got past the foot of Chinaglia. It was, in fairness to Giorgio, the pass was behind him. Now Philadelphia coming. And it's Reisbergen again to break it up, and it goes back to Birkenmeyer. Well, the Cosmos miss Carlos Alberto as well. No doubt about that. You can't not miss a great player like Alberto. And I'm told that he may be back in action, will be back in action against Minnesota. That's Wednesday night at Giant Stadium, 9 o'clock game. You won't want to miss that one. Now in the box, headed away by Dempsey and went over the sideline. Cosmos throw in. 15-20 to play in the first half. No score in the game. Beautiful ball. Eskandarian finally hit it last. So Eski venturing forward on the attack that time. Philadelphia in their own end. Philadelphia's had some chances. Rob had a good chance. Good chance early in the game by Dusage. The Lukic that just went wide. The tickets for Soccer Bowl 79, excuse me, Seamus, to be held at Giant Stadium on September the 8th, are on sale at all Cosmos ticket outlets in New York and New Jersey. That's for Soccer Bowl. Go ahead, Seamus.
Well, they did attack very early on, but then they saw how much pressure they were coming under themselves, so they very quickly withdrew into their 4-4-2, which, of course, cuts down the possibilities of a bit more in the counterattack area, as I mentioned before.
Very few times tonight it was Bogey kind of penetrating the box, and Denny Stewart, you saw, try to get him the ball along the right edge, and just too far for him. Bobby Rigby. We said he started his career here in '73 as a rookie out of East Stroudsburg State, and they won the championship. Beat Dallas, in fact, 2-0, as I remember. Bobby Smith was on that team as a rookie also. And he played with the Cosmos during the 1976 season. And he was traded on to Los Angeles, and now back here to Philadelphia. All right, here's Marinho. Outside the box now. Back heel for Bogey. Cosmos get it to Denny Stewart in the box. High in front of the net. Quinaglia's header just went wide. Just went wide. From Philadelphia. No score in the match. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, Cosmos attacking. Stewart loses the ball. Now Ricky Davis picks it up, and I believe this ball last touched by Philadelphia, but it stays in bounds. Back to Rigby. Our Ray Klevecka is up in the booth with us for our halftime check. Ray, what about the first half?
So far we are looking good, and our defense especially is looking good. We're very happy with the way we're playing defensively. On offense, we're hoping defensively we're doing very, very well. And this is the way we plan to play. And offensively, things are okay, except that we're losing a little bit on width. We prefer that the wings stay a little bit wider because Philadelphia is crowding the middle. But that's an adjustment we'll have to make at halftime. Go a little bit wider and play a little bit quicker to the wings.
Well, Philadelphia is marking a lot tighter than Fort Lauderdale did. Here's a good ball in the box. It's cleared away. Philadelphia seems to really be putting a lot of pressure on the Cosmos, as did Vancouver and Seattle.
If you look at the Philadelphia, the yellow shirts on the field, you'll see a big cluster of them right around Giorgio in the middle of the field. So we have to now go a little bit wider and quicker in order to take advantage of the fact that they are clogging up the middle.
All right, Ray, thank you very much for your analysis. One more thing. We mentioned that Quinaglia seems to be coming out of the box a lot more, ranging back. Is that by design?
I'm glad that you mentioned that, because at the pre-game meeting, we asked Giorgio to do more, be a little more mobile, do a little more running, and he's been doing that very effectively, and just a few chances he created just by running opened it up for Ricky and Bogey and, of course, Sanino, and we hope that he continues to do that, and this is a new facet of Giorgio's game. His mobility is really helping us attack.
Thank you, Ray. Ray Klevecka, coach of the Cosmos. All right, pick up Bogey now over the midfield line. Lukic chasing him from behind. NEESKENS winning it in the air. And there's Quinaglia out at the 35-yard line. Quinaglia now trying to play it through. Not a very good ball. He's trying to play it through to Bogey. But you saw 3 yellow shirts there. And it's Philadelphia in their own end. Tight game. You can't give them much time. Nothing, 10:33 to play in the first half. Going to call handball against Philadelphia. Marinho puts it in play to Bogey. David Robb ready to pressure Bogey. Bogey gets it to the open man. That's Ricebergen. Now Wim coming on the attack. On the right wing to Ricky Davis. Here's Ricky. Left-footed shot by Davis. Saved nicely by Rigby. And Davis showed a lot of mobility that time, going to his left, hitting it with his left foot.
That's right, and some shots have got to come from players like Davis. He cuts across the penalty area and gets it off. He'd beaten his man nicely on the outside, and that's one of the ways to try to remove some of that cluster in the middle of the penalty area, as Coach Klevecka was talking about. You got to bring players in from behind who are going to represent threats in order to move that stone wall apart a bit.
All right, Beckenbauer again hammered from behind, this time by David Robb. Knocked it over the sideline. It'll be a Cosmos throw. Sanino to throw it in to Franz Beckenbauer. Franz has been up tonight, but conservatively so, I'd say. Sanino hit it last. Goal kick.
With the likes of Worthington and Robb up as twin strikers, even though Eskandarian and Ricebergen are handling them pretty well so far, Franz has got to be a little bit cautious about making too many advance runs. And if he does, I think especially he will be looking for NEESKENS to drop back and help out.
Robb is very strong. Philadelphia now doing the attacking. Ricky Davis doing the defending. Beckenbauer had to give a corner away to knock the ball away from Lukic in the box.
That was an intelligent play by Franz, though. He looked for a while as though he might have the chance to push it out towards the edge of the box, but he saw another Philadelphia player cutting in behind the dribbler, so he very wisely flicked it over the end line.
Fury corner kick now. 8:13 to play in the first half. High in front of the net. Beckenbauer finally clears it. That was dangerous. Sanino, oh, beautiful ball. Denny Tourt, oh, almost got it through to Chinaglia. Martinovic again made a saving play. That's the second time today he stopped the Cosmos player from coming in unmolested on goal. Martinovic, good Yugoslavian defender. Cosmos steal the ball. That was Riceberg in the bogey. Davis, boy, Ricky's been outstanding tonight. Chinaglia to Marinho. He's got Sanino on the left at the pitcher's mound. We say that because actually that's a tough place to play. Sanino got inside, gets it back, and the shot by Tourt just went wide. Well, boy, what a nice ball.
It was a nice ball. That's what we mean by this outside pressure. Again, Mourinho, when he got the pass, wisely slipped it to Sanino rather than trying to go into the box himself where the traffic is, allowing Sanino to beat his man and cut it back just slightly to the side of Dennis Tourt.
A pitcher's mound, although it's covered, obviously, is really a problem for the wingers. Sanino, we mentioned it, when you see he's going past the pitcher's mound, because it is uneven there, and the ball takes a different bounce there, and you can trip over the edge of the carpet there. It's very difficult.
That's right, yeah. And that's why Sanino, I think, may have cut back.
Here's Ricky Davis now. Ricky to Tourt. Tourt, not a very good ball. He's trying to play it into Giorgio. It's Franny O'Brien with it now. Worthington with a great move around Neeskens. There's a cross, and it's headed away and out of there by Marinho. And there's Neeskens high in the air to win it again. What a great header of the ball Mr. Neeskens is. Here's Marinho attacking. Sanino on the left. Shot by Marinho. And a long throw by Rigby sets Philadelphia in motion, puts him in business.
Not a bad percentage shot, though, by Rigby, because everybody else had gone to mark Giorgio.
They call Escondera in for dangerous play. And it'll be a free kick coming for Philadelphia right outside the 35-yard line. Cosmos are a lot tighter defensively tonight, as Ray Quebec pointed out. Hope we don't jinx him. Beckenbauer kicks it outside the box. And out of the midfield line, one in the air by CRYDER. Sanino got it back to Marinho. It's a good game. It's been a lot of action, no scoring. Let's keep in mind the Fort Lauderdale game last week. We only had a 1-1 game at halftime. Then everything broke loose in the second half. There's Philadelphia with a chance. Worthington chips it. And Beckenbauer saw that coming. Franz just read that beautifully. Bogey to Neeskens to Bogey. Cosmos Wednesday night. Minnesota kicks Giant Stadium, 9 o'clock. Misplay to the Cosmos over the near sideline. It'll be a throw in Philadelphia. Time remaining 4:45 in a scoreless first half. Alan Woolley and company will be there. Cosmos will be trying to avenge an earlier loss to the Kicks in Minnesota. And of course, who will ever forget the last time those two clubs met at Giant Stadium in that shootout game? That'll be Wednesday night. You should have a great crowd for that. I suggest you get your tickets in advance, like first thing Monday. All right, here's Ricebergen finding room on the right wing. Cosmos coming in the box. The cross was deflected by the fullback over there, but it was easily picked off by Rigby, whose long throw again sets Philadelphia in motion at the midfield line. Rigby's made some outstanding throws tonight. And a foul against the Cosmos, Ricky Davis.
He has made some good throws, and if you notice, he's been looking for Franny O'Brien a great deal. He seems to be the man who's taken over in midfield for them, and actually he's looked very good trying to find Worthington and Robb.
Here's Manino. His shot is knocked down by Neeskens. Manino again. Lukic. Now for Rob. Ricebergen won it. Bogey, Davis, Franz. Off to Eskandarian at the 35-yard line. Eski with that good speed beats his man. Long ball by Eski intended for Chinaglia. Headed outside the box by Dempsey. Now Philly cannot play it back to their keeper because Chinaglia had cut off the angle. So they go the other way, and a couple of nice passes brings them into Cosmo's zone. Philadelphia attacking. Look out. And over the top by O'Brien, luckily for the Cosmos. A lot of room that time for Philadelphia.
Very dangerous situation, Jim, because Ricky Davis had to leave O'Brien to go cover the overlapping fullback, or rather the overlapping midfielder in this case, Manino, who had gone all the way across. And this left O'Brien free at the edge of the box, and nobody picked him up. Bogey had not come back to pick him up. And that's what created a very, very dangerous situation in the penalty area.
Bogey dummies it nicely to Ricebergen with 2 minutes and 30 seconds to play in the half. Now to Giorgio. Too many people in the box to beat. Mourinho, one in the air. Mourinho's played an outstanding game so far. Now for Denny Tuort. Out came Rigby. Down went Tuort. What are they going to call? Rigby came out to get Tuort. Tuort went down.
And I think the ball was played into Tuort then and out for a corner. Let's look at it here. There you see Tuort reach. It hits the goalkeeper, and then it bounces back onto Tuort's leg, and he can't regain his balance. The ball goes over the line.
Call a foul on Ricebergen now.
A smart play by Philadelphia. While Ricebergen is arguing with the referee, they take a quick free kick. We saw that happen in Giant Stadium against Vancouver when Franz slipped a lovely ball to Neeskens for his first goal in a similar situation.
All right, they say Eskandarian did not control that ball. It's over the sideline. It'll be a Philadelphia throw-in. No score in the match. Jim Carvelis and Seamus Mellon. Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. Cosmos and the Philadelphia Fury. A club that has been very, very tough here in Philadelphia. Now they're going to call a foul, I believe, against Philadelphia. Yes. Foul against Philadelphia. That was David Robb over there. Call for the foul. Now pick up Wim Ricebergen at his own 35-yard line. To Chinaglia. Nice return to Ricebergen. Taps it back for Neeskens over to Marinho. And the Cosmos come on the attack. Into Philadelphia zone outside the 35. Denny Tuort. Marinho. Plays it to Bogey outside the 35. The Maestro. Chips it on the right to Sinino. Martinovic comes to play him. Sinino takes him on. And Martinovic tackled it over the goal line. Cosmos corner kick with 45 seconds to play in the half. Sinino. Denny Tuort. Bogey trying to get it back to Tuort. Cosmos trying to work a little give and go in the box. Not really a bad idea.
No, it's not a bad idea. Unfortunately, again, because of 8 Philadelphia players being in there, they were able to fill up the spaces very quickly. Sometimes a quick give and go, though, at the edge of the penalty area can really get you in free with just an easy tap in by the goalkeeper. We've seen the Peruvians in particular do this marvelously in the World Cup, much to Scotland's chagrin for anybody who watched last year's World Cup.
All right, that is the end of the first half. No score in this match. The Cosmos and the Philadelphia Fury. Johan Neeskens, the hero of last game in the closing moments, going to the dressing room at halftime, and the Cosmos have a 0-0 game on their hands. Cosmos Soccer is being brought to you in part by Budweiser. For all you do, this Bud's for you. And by Volkswagen and Porsche Audi. You can win a Porsche 924 or a VW Rabbit in the Volkswagen Porsche Audi Shootout. See your participating dealer for details. We'll be back with halftime activities after these messages.
It's time now for the NASL Goal of the Week, brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers. Each week, Budweiser presents the Goal of the Week, selected by Paul Gardner, editor of Soccer Express magazine, from the past week's NASL action.
This is Paul Gardner. This week we're at Giant Stadium with 40,000 fans watching the Cosmos play the Rochester Lancers. The game is 1 hour old. The score is 3-2 to the Cosmos.
All right, Cosmos attacking in the short corner. Bogey's got the ball. Now he chips it to Stewart. He heads it toward goal!
Dennis Stewart's 8th goal of the season, and a real work of art, this one. A lovely blend of finesse, timing, and the unexpected. Bogicevic had the ball out near the left touchline. As Stewart ran across the penalty area towards the near post, Bogicevic spotted him and chipped the ball perfectly over the Rochester defenders, right into Stewart's path. Here's Bogicevic with the ball. This is the chip coming in. Stewart, running already, jumps to meet the ball, redirects the ball in a perfect arc. He knew exactly where he wanted this one to go, and there it goes, just over Shep Messing's outstretched arms. The Cosmos were to get one more goal for a final score of Cosmos 5, Rochester 2.
Watch next week for the NASL Goal of the Week, selected from NASL action, and brought to you by Budweiser, the king of beers.
We're at halftime at Veterans Stadium in Philadelphia. I'm Jim Carvelis, together with Seamus Mallon. No score in this match. Cosmos have tightened up defensively. They've had some scoring opportunities. Philadelphia's played a very close marking, tight ball game. They've been defensive-minded, and maybe that's the way to play the Cosmos. And in any event, there's no score at the half, and it's anyone's game at this point. As we were saying at the top of the show, this is a very important game. We're not inclined to say that too often. We said it last Wednesday in Fort Lauderdale because I really felt, Seamus, that was one of the most important regular season games of the last 2 years for the Cosmos, mainly because Washington was catching up to the Cosmos. They were only 13 points behind coming into that game Wednesday. Now they're 14 behind. And because Minnesota was ahead of the Cosmos in total points, for the most points in the National Conference, which becomes a very important factor in the playoffs for home field advantage. And the Cosmos won that game. Well, this is also a very important game. And speaking of that Minnesota Cosmos comparison, there it is. Now, the fact that Minnesota has lost 2 1-0 games here last Wednesday and then Friday in Rochester, Cosmos with 2 games in hand have a chance to really make some hay here. And they'll have a bigger chance Wednesday at Giant Stadium when the two meet. So that's going to be a very interesting race. But they're also going to have to keep in mind that the Washington Diplomats have won 6 of the last 7 games, and the Diplomats are battling them for the #1 spot.
That's right. In the mid-season show, the special that we did, we talked about Washington not quitting this year, and that prediction has come true. Well, here you see the statistics. The Cosmos ahead on shots 10-6, and naturally Philadelphia ahead on saves 6-4. Corner kicks again. The Cosmos have the edge 4-2. Cosmos pretty aggressive. You can see the fouls 9-5. That means they're playing it much more tightly in midfield and in defense, and no offsides in either team. But you talked about this being a crucial game, and we don't want to overuse that cliche, as you said. However, you know, you have to ask yourself, what is more important, breaking the losing streak or keeping a new winning streak going? It's all very fine to sort of take a sigh of relief after you win in Fort Lauderdale, but really, this is the test. Are you back on track? Are you ready to go, or was that just kind of a one-shot emotional game?
Well, as we said, the Diplomats under Gordon Bradley have done a tremendous job. They have tied their club record for wins in 1 year at 16 already with 7 games to play. They're going to be playing. Here's a comparison of the two clubs, and it's very, very close. As you can see, that's a very competitive Washington club. They're a dangerous team scoring-wise with Alan Green and Paul Cannell. And Sonny Askew, a fine young American player that's really come into his own this year. Their defense is keyed by a couple of Cosmos, Bobby Arushi and Mike Dillon. So that ought to be an interesting race. And we're going to play Washington in the last game of the regular season at Giant Stadium. That's the 12th of August. So that should be very, very interesting as we go down the stretch in this exciting season. Soccer is being brought to you in part by the F&M Schaefer Brewing Company. Come into the Schaefer Circle. You'll find a great beer every time. And by Volkswagen and Porsche Audi. You can win a Porsche 924 or a VW Rabbit in the Volkswagen Porsche Audi Shootout. See your participating dealer for details. And by your nearby independent Gulf dealer who reminds you to check your tires. Underinflated tires can waste gasoline. And by McDonald's. Visit your neighborhood McDonald's and see for yourself. Nobody can do it like McDonald's can. We'll be back with the second half kickoff after this. Back in Philadelphia at Veterans Stadium, Jim Carvella, Seamus Mallon, no score in this match at halftime. We're moments away from the second half. Talking about those Washington Diplomats are playing tonight, 10:30 Eastern Time against California Surf in Anaheim. And then they go on next Wednesday to take on the Seattle Sounders in Seattle, who are also battling for a playoff spot. After tonight, the Cosmos will have 6 games remaining, 2 on the road. They'll be in L.A. a week from Wednesday. We'll have that on television for you. And then the following Sunday evening in Rochester. The 4 home games are sensational. Next Wednesday against Minnesota. Next Sunday night against San Jose. San Jose hasn't had a great year, but of late they're starting to beat some people, including L.A. in L.A. Then it's the Tampa Bay Rowdies on the 8th. That's the following Wednesday, 8th of August. And on the 12th, a Sunday in Giant Stadium, Cosmos close out the regular season against none other than the Washington Diplomats. So 4 sensational, well, at least 3 sensational games to close out the season. And then we go to the playoffs, and that's always sensational.
Well, the Washington Diplomats have really had a great season, and you know we're 13 points apart there. But if you look at it, 14, excuse me, 8 of those points are bonus points, and that really drives home the importance of every single goal. You don't want to coast in with a 2-0 win if you can get a 3-0 win. When it comes down to the end of the season, those bonus points could be the difference.
You know, we also talked in the first half briefly about the Americanization of the game in the Cosmos, and you know, of late, I've heard some people say, well, you know, we traded Bobby Smith and we're not using our American players. But kids like Gary Etherington, who you see on your screen right now, and actually Gary, and this hasn't been publicized much, has really been bothered with a knee injury a lot of the year. He's a young player, and we know he has ability. The tough thing is that the Cosmos are on such a high level at times that not all the very talented American players can play as much as they would like. Look, let's face it, people want to play. That's what they're here for. It's difficult. However, if an American player can kind of stick it out a little bit and learn like this man has, a Ricky Davis who has benefited so much, has come by leaps and bounds in 1 year by his own admission, by playing in practice with the likes of Bogey and Alberto and Franz Beckenbauer. So, you know, it is a very difficult thing for kids like Ronnie Atanasio, who's a very talented young man, Sandy Formoso, Mark Liverich, David Bursich, and kids like Davis, because on most other clubs, they would be starting, all of them. It's very difficult, but if they hang in here, the Cosmos have a commitment to excellence, even in the Americanization of the game. So while it's difficult sometimes to play with the Cosmos and not play as much as you would want as an American, there also is an advantage. You're going to learn the game. Birkenmeyer now. We started the second half, and here's Franz outside his own box. No score in the match. To Franz Beckenbauer. And now to Marinho up that left side. Philadelphia still close marking. Neeskens. Eskandarian. Beats his man. Plays it to Bogey, who opens it up with Ricky Davis on the right. Ricky now crosses. Marinho was trying to head it, but couldn't get it. Bogey dummies it for Eskandarian, whose shot is over the top. So the Cosmos came attacking in the early stages of the second half.
And they came attacking very intelligently. Franz starting it off by playing it very wide to Marinho, who gave a tough ball to Neeskens, but he took it down, and then he himself played it wide, eventually via Bogey out to Ricky Davis. So that will be perhaps the kind of tactic we're going to be seeing a lot more of in this half.
All right, here's a dangerous ball. Rigby had to come out and punch it out. Eskandarian hit what seemed to be a very harmless ball high in the air into the box, but Rigby didn't come out and get it, and allowed it to bounce and had to punch it.
Well, Dennis Stewart fooled him too. Dennis pretended to go for it, and Bobby was fooled by that fake.
Beckenbauer plays it to Giorgio, and nobody there.
Chinaglia thinking Neeskens was coming up, but unfortunately it was Sanino who was calling for the ball, not Neeskens, and Sanino was in a wider position than Giorgio realized.
Chinaglia brought it under control. Franz tried to get it into Sanino in the box, but you saw the interception by the big guy, Nikolic. Again, very difficult to pick up these Philadelphia numbers, almost non-existent. Here comes Philadelphia on the attack. This is Worthington. Now to O'Brien. Attacking midfielder, Franny O'Brien. Crosses over the head of Worthington, headed out by Sanino. Neeskens battling for the ball. And what's the call going to be? Neeskens handle it, no doubt about that.
Neeskens claiming that he was leaned on by Rob, or maybe it's by Kremer, before Kremer cut in to pull the ball away from him, but obviously Johan in frustration just picked the ball up in his hands and kicked it up in the air.
All right, free kick now for Philadelphia. That's David Robb. Worthington next to him. And the shot wide. That's some shot by Worthington. He really hit it wide of the post, as you saw. The Cosmos would like to acknowledge the continued support of Joe Manfredi and Safe Auto Sales, official dealership of the Cosmos. Also to the Bahamas Princess Hotel, official training center of the Cosmos. And to Admiral Sportswear, the official uniform supplier of the Cosmos. We're in the second half of a scoreless game. Beckenbauer touches it away. And what's the call going to be? Foul against Philadelphia.
Rob reached his hand up there because that pass was much too high for him to pull down. And he played it away with his hand. Nice close-up there of Franny O'Brien, who's done such a good job in the middle of the field.
Foul against Worthington. Had a lot of hand balls tonight. Cosmos in play with Sanino outside the 35-yard line. Sanino penetrating. Now in front. Dangerous. That is going right in front of his goal. But they get away with it. O'Brien to Worthington. And Neeskens to Franz to Johan. Neeskens back to Beckenbauer. Franz to Neeskens. Neeskens to Bogey. Beautiful stuff here. To Marinho at the midfield line. Philadelphia's tough defense starting to bunch up already. Marinho taps it to Bogey. Bogey. Neeskens. Nikolic with the interception. The loose ball belongs to Philadelphia. Nice little backflip from Worthington to Franny O'Brien. O'Brien past Marinho with Bogey on his shoulder there. Good ball to a man running on the right. Brooks CRYDER crosses. Beckenbauer took it down with his chest, and a perfect clearance pass will set Denny Tuert running over the midfield line. And now to Johan Neeskens. Neeskens, not a good ball at all. Trying to hit Chinaglia and actually mishit it.
Very unfortunate.
A good chance there.
That was very unfortunate. He was trying to play a 1-2 with Chinaglia, actually, but he didn't get the ball to him very accurately.
Ricebergen broke it up. Cosmos at their own 35. Marinho to Bogey to Neeskens, nicely to Bogey. Now to Ricebergen, who's hammered by Nikolic. Ricebergen now knows how it feels. He usually does that to other people. Runs into him. Looks like he may have hurt a rib. Ricky Davis. Trip outside the box. This will set up a free kick for the Cosmos about a yard outside the box. Ricky Davis, who always does a lot of work.
Good piece of acceleration by Ricky. Takes him back the tackle which had just begun. And there you see O'Brien had no choice really but to stop it, and he pushed him down with his hands.
All right, let's see what the Cosmos do here. You see the wall set up. Now Marinho, you see Davis, Sanino, and Giorgio. Marinho and Eskandarian have taken a position toward the head of the box. They may just roll it to Marinho. Giorgio may roll it to his left. Sanino's also there as well. Sanino dummied the ball. Looked like he was in position to shoot it. He dummied it, and you saw the result. There's Neeskens.
Neeskens was the player to whom I think Sanino intended the ball to roll, but he was marked out there and never couldn't gotten to it in the first place.
Mike Neeskens plays it up that left wing. Marinho's moved up a lot up that left wing.
Well, he's got a lot of space, Jim, because of this formation. Now here comes Sanino.
In the box. Passes in front, broken up by Martinovic again. And a foul has been called against Philadelphia. Neeskens pushed off the ball. It'll be a free kick, Cosmos, from that left wing. Looks like Marinho's going to put it in play. Johan Neeskens. Let's watch him on this play. Sanino overran it. Marinho collects the ball at his own 35. Rolls it to Reisbergen to the midfield line. Being chased by Robb. Now to Davis. Well, Philadelphia has really done a lot of running here tonight. Worthington. Look at this ball. Referee says play on. No, now he's going to call offside.
Yeah, he was at least 6 yards offside. I was astonished that referee didn't see that as early as he did, but thankfully the linesman was right on the spot.
Ricky Davis now at the midfield line. No score in the match in the second half. Jim Carvalho, Seamus Mallon, 37-12 to play in the match. A goal would look very big here. Here's Marinho. And out of Franz. Franz plays it in the box, but nobody there. In Philadelphia, 0-0 match. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, back to the action. Still no score in the game. Cosmos coming on the attack. Philly breaking it up. Philadelphia now attacking the Cosmos 35. Eskandarian made the play. Ricky Davis with a loose ball picked up by O'Brien. Now to Worthington. Eskandarian knocked it away from him over the sideline. Throw in to Philadelphia. Eskandarian's done a lot of work here tonight.
He certainly has. He's a player you never really get away from. It must be very difficult to play against Eski because he's always there snapping at your heels.
Martinovic again outside the Cosmo 35. Marinho up in the air to win it. Sanino back to Marinho. Heads the ball to Bogey. Sloppy clearance. Robb to the far post. There's Birkenmeyer to come out and pick it off ahead of Worthington.
Perfect timing by Hubert there. He saw he had a chance for it. It was a good 10 to 12 yards out, but that's his territory. He's got to come out and command that territory.
34.5 minutes to play in the match. The Cosmos, no score against Philadelphia. Ricky Davis beats Martinovic. Now trying to tee it up for Beckenbauer, and Lukic read it perfectly. Dusan Lukic down to the midfield line. Should have been handball. It is.
No, he let it go, Jim. I think he saw the handball, but he had advantage because they regained possession, only to lose it 2 seconds later.
All right, Cosmos attacking with Ricky Davis. Play it back for Franz. He has Mourinho on the left side. He goes instead for Neeskens. Neeskens heads it toward Giorgio. Giorgio has it punched away by Nikolic. Nikolic and Dempsey done a yeoman-like job in the middle there for Philadelphia, along with Martinovic, who's come inside to make some saving plays. Here's a good ball to O'Brien on the left. Here's Franny in the box with Franz Beckenbauer. Neeskens won the ball. Neskens just wheeled his man around.
Neskens got away with murder there.
Yeah, he did. Bogey, good ball to Johan. Neskens passed to Giorgio too far. The Fidelity Union Trust Company will sponsor a free soccer clinic at Giant Stadium on Saturday, July the 28th. To enter, stop by your closest Fidelity Union Trust Company branch office. That's Saturday, July 28th.
The main threat, Jim, that Philadelphia can pose is from those players who come through in the middle. Yes, the strikers are dangerous, but it's the players who come up from the middle of the field. If they aren't marked by our midfielders, those are the people who you got to watch out for. Like this player, like Menino.
Menino now just rolls it through, nothing very hard for Birkenmeyer. Good throw. Neskens. Here's Marinho over the midfield line. Philadelphia is battling New England and Detroit. Two of those three clubs will make the playoffs. So these are all big games for Philadelphia as well. Bogey thought he was fouled. Philadelphia wins the ball. Ricebergen and Robb beat him that time. Luckily, he's outside. And a bad ball by Robb.
That's right, but notice how well Sanino came in to cover for Ricebergen. That's awfully nice to see. Fullbacks love to see their wingers come back and help them out.
And they're going to call what? A foul.
CRYDER.
They say a foul. Denny Tuert was fouled at the 35-yard line. Denny Tuert, and the Cosmos will have a free kick there. No hard feelings. Tuert and CRYDER having a few words. Cosmos put it in play. Now here's Bogey, left side of the box. Marinho plays it back to Ricky Davis. Took the shot, and Rigby made the save. Still no score in Philadelphia with 31 minutes and 22 seconds to play in the game. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, still no score in the match. Beckenbauer's pass went through Bogey. Quinaglia picked it up, as you saw. Now Philadelphia with the ball. Robb with Ricebergen. That battle continues along the right sideline inside the Cosmo 35. Deflected. It'll be a throw in Philadelphia. Time remaining now under 30 minutes. 29:45. Throw it into Worthington. Ricky Davis in front of the goal to head it away. Headed back in again and out by Ricky Davis again. Two outstanding plays by Ricky Davis. And now to Neskens, to Marinho. Marinho on the left wing now. Cosmos attacking. Bogey plays it to Quinaglia, who tried to chip it over to Tuert. Nothing going on. Neskens in the air. Next telecast from Los Angeles. Oh, what a game that'll be. That'll be a week from Wednesday in L.A. Marinho now penetrating. Cross, nobody at the far post. Tuert was in front of the goal. Nobody at the far post. Goal kick coming up.
Well, Bogey actually had taken up an even more superior position at the edge of the area and was wide open, waving his arms. We might have seen a very unusual thing that season. That is a Bogey shot.
That's defender Marty Martinovic seeing his first action since the Houston game in June of 27. That's been about a month. Had a collision with the goalkeeper and a fractured arm, but they fitted him with a cast. The referee said, okay, that cast will go. Worthington applauding because it'll be a free kick for Philadelphia. Inside the Cosmo 35. Here it comes out to the goalkeeper, easy for Birkenmeyer. Birkenmeyer really hasn't been pressed much.
Well, he earned his stripes in Fort Lauderdale, so he could use a fairly easy game because of this surface too, which he's never played on before.
All right, Philadelphia now attacking again. Robb in the box, hit it over the top. David Robb, tough angle, tough chance.
And again, Birkenmeyer way over to the far post, had that side covered. It would have been very difficult for Robb to get it to the far post.
A good shot of Robb, boy. He really is hustling. He was just waiting for that ball to come out the box so he could pick it off. There's a long ball. It's onside. Onside, Neskens. And they say play on. Brilliant ball up to Neeskens. Really, was really in a dangerous position there. Ricky Davis again with an intercept. Weisbergen rolls it to Marinho. Marinho tried to play it to Sanino, but it was broken up by Martinez. And now the ball rolled back to Bobby Rigby.
You get a lot of these kinds of caroms and rebounds and so forth when you play into traffic like that, and maybe one of them will roll loose for you and give you a little bit of luck. But the Cosmos have had no luck at all in that kind of play, and I think, as Ray said, they just simply have to continue to go wide and try to create the chances that way.
26:42 to play in the match, and there's no score. Philadelphia in the yellow uniforms. If you're just tuning in, the Cosmos in blue. Chipped in the box. And Birkenmeyer with it. Neeskens got a head on that ball. You know, we really haven't seen Neeskens dangerous on a head ball tonight yet. We may before the night's over. Beckenbauer rolls it to Bogey. Not a bad crowd here in Philadelphia. No doubt it'll be, no doubt it'll be the biggest crowd of the year. That usually happens when the Cosmos come visiting. Eskandarian inside the 35. Plays it to Ricky Davis behind him, but Ricky saved it nicely, as you saw. Now to Sanino at the 35. Starts that acceleration. Plays it back to Eskandarian. Tough Philly defense. Cosmos looking for a way in. Now they play it to Marinho. Now to Neeskens. Neeskens, a hard shot, and Rigby made the save. It's going to be a corner kick for the Cosmos. A great shot by Neeskens. Great shot by Neeskens. Corner kick, Cosmos.
Neeskens beautifully set up here. You see a nice pass from Marinho. The area cleared out for Neeskens to get off a rasping right-footed shot, and Rigby did well to touch it over.
On the corner kick. Now the deflection, and it went over the bar. And they're going to call goal kick for Bobby Rigby.
Nice piece of work by Giorgio, who sent Rigby going totally the wrong way with that little flick on from the shot by Dennis, but unfortunately just glided over the crossbar. But again, as I said earlier, that may be the kind of shot that's going to go in tonight.
Rigby's goal kick. Giorgio toward Bogey. Nicely to Ricky Davis. Davis to Franz. Franz to Eskandarian. No score in the match. How big would a goal look here? Esky got past two people. Sanino's got a little bit of room. He's got Ricky Davis wide right. Now Ricky with Martinovich on him. Ricky didn't control that very well. What's the call going to be? Going to call a foul on Ricky Davis. And now Martinovich just knocked Ricky Davis down. And the referee is going to come over and have a word with Martinovich. You know, the linesman said play on. I can't believe that. Watch this.
Well, there was a foul by Ricky, and then the referee calls it. Now the player goes after the ball, Martinovich, and belts Ricky in order to get at it.
And the linesman, that's who Martinovich was looking at, had a talk with the referee, and they gave it free kick for Philadelphia. Philly with the ball now at the midfield line. This is Franny O'Brien. Playing it to Worthington. Eskandarian on him, and Worthington, that's not a good ball at all. Trying to go to Martinovich. From Philadelphia, still a scoreless game with 23 minutes and 30 seconds to play. You're watching Cosmos Soccer. All right, still a scoreless game. 22 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the match. The Cosmos and the Philadelphia Fury. Philadelphia coming out of their own zone. Good ball to Lukic. Dusan Lukic on the left. A good ball to Franny O'Brien. Ricky Davis comes to mark Franny O'Brien. O'Brien. Davis made the play. Then it hit O'Brien last. Good play by Ricky Davis again. The Cosmos return home to Giant Stadium this Wednesday to take on the Minnesota Kicks at 9 o'clock. Then on Sunday, it's the San Jose Earthquake at 7:30. Two big games this week at Giant Stadium. Bogey plays on the left to Marinho. Marinho, 35-yard line. Beats his man. Comes in the box, and the cross in front is cleared by Dempsey. Bogey won it in the air to Franz. Franz at the 35-yard line, back to Bogey. Now to Franz. Cosmos have nobody wide on the left there. Now they do get the ball out to the left to Denny Tuart. Tuart takes on CRYDER. A high cross. It's not a very good cross. Over the goal kick.
Most unlike Dennis, Tuart really very rarely goes to the back line and just hammers one across. You remember the winning goal against Fort Lauderdale was where he made penetration into the penalty area before looping the ball onto the head of Neeskens.
All right, that's a bad clearance for Philadelphia. Sinino has the ball. Sinino has it knocked away by Martinovic.
Unfortunate that Sinino held on to that ball, because for the first time, Giorgio and Bogey were both open.
All right, Davis throwing it out to Franz. Franz plays it to the head of the box to Marino. Chips it in the box toward Giorgio, but there's Dempsey to win it again. They bottled up Chinaglia in the box. And here comes Philadelphia attacking. And look at Neeskens chasing. Now Worthington, his ball on the left here. To Marino, and knocked over the goal line by Ricky Davis. Corner kick. Peter Marino. He was drafted #1 by the Cosmos, trained with the Cosmos last year.
Here comes Dempsey coming up. He's got to be watched.
And it was coming for Dempsey, but you saw he got bottled up there, tangled up between Neeskens and Eskandarian. Sinino couldn't handle that ball from Neeskens. Raceberg intercepts with his head. Now to Sinino.
Well, he's got to do it. He's going to do it himself here.
Sinino left to the box. Here comes his cross, but nobody there. Nobody there.
Well, before that, crowd of players dropped back into the box for an instant, few seconds. Sinino had a chance to take a player on inside and go towards goal. Something he's not hesitated to do in the past. But for some reason, he opted outside this time, and the chance was lost.
Beckenbauer nicely in the air. Marino took too much time. The shot went wide. Shot went wide.
Well, there you see the opportunistic Frank Worthington trying to slide one in by the near post. There's the ball lost by Marino, and a one-shot attempt, just a one-time effort, and was again well covered by Birkenmeier.
Yeah, they say he touched it, so that brings up a corner kick. I wasn't sure on that, but they say he touches, so Marino lines up a corner kick again. And again, Dempsey's in the box, as Seamus pointed out, along with Robb, who's good in the air, and Worthington's in there.
Lukic is a bit free at the edge of the penalty area. I wonder if they'll play it on the ground to him. No, they don't.
Play it out for Dempsey. And he keeps it alive in the box. That's David Robb with it. Being good in the air sometimes doesn't mean that you hit every ball in. What it means a lot of times is you win it in the air in that box and lay it down for someone else like Dempsey did that time. Just keep it alive.
Yeah, those deflections in the penalty area can be very, very dangerous. In fact, a lot of teams practice that. These intended deflections, near post corners, just aiming for players to play the ball on, target players.
Marino not a bogey. Bogey on the left for Sinino. Referee calls a foul outside the box. Now we'll look for Neeskens. Cosmos on these kinds of crosses from the edge of the box like to play it in. And a guy like Neeskens can be very dangerous on this. Now he sets up outside the box. You see him there at the lower right-hand corner of your screen, right to the right of the arc. Now watch his run as the ball is crossed. It was not crossed into Neeskens. Came over to the near sideline. Johan to throw it in. Throws it to Franz. Being pressed. Nice touch to Marino. Again, Philadelphia continues to play very tight. Chinaglia, and Wrigley made the save. Giorgio trying to make that turn, did make the turn, didn't get much on the shot.
But a great ball from Beckenbauer. There's the end of it to Tuart. And Giorgio turns very well on his man, despite being marked very tightly by Nikolic. But just could not quite maintain his balance enough to really get his full weight behind the shot.
Another handball. We've had a lot of them tonight. This one against the Cosmos. It's Philadelphia Worthington. You know, Eski's done a good job on Worthington. Let's give him credit for that. Worthington, as Seamus told you, tremendous goal scorer. And Eski's done a really creditable job on him. Speaking of defense, what about that man, Ricky Davis? Got it out to Marinho. Rolls it to Bogey. Bogey to Denny Tuert. Broken up by Nikolic. Esky with a loose ball. Going for Denny Tuert. Dempsey out to head it away. The battle, and Tuert wins it. Now to Marinho. Marinho came off with the ball. Cosmos attacking. Marinho on the left wing for Denny Tuert. Sanino's in the box along with Chinaglia. Here comes the cross, headed away by Nikolic. Boy, that interior defense of Philadelphia has really been something. Now to Marinho at the 35-yard line with 16 minutes to play in the game. Marinho on the left again to Denny Tuert. Brings it under control on that left sideline. Tuert now in front. Nobody there but Dusic. Or Dusan Lukic, I should say. Here's Ricebergen and Rob doing their thing. And the foul's going to be called on Rob.
Yeah, Rob did knock the ball forward with his arm when he's trying to control it under that pressure from Ricebergen.
Here's Sanino to Chinaglia outside the box. Giorgio with Dempsey. Giorgio wheels around. Now makes a pass for Bogey. Shot. Rigby made the save. Rigby came out and made the save on Bogey.
Very smart piece of work by Giorgio. Again, electing not to shoot, but seeing Bogey open. Bogey manages to tenaciously hold on to the ball and get off a left-footed shot. That nice reaction save.
All right, here's the corner kick. And the header by Neeskens right on goal, and he really hit Martinovic. Neeskens hit Martinovic. And they called a foul on Neeskens. That wouldn't have counted had it gone in. Neeskens came over the top and labeled Martinovic. Time remaining 15:03, and the clock has stopped.
Well, that was the first real opportunity that has come out of one of these long crosses from the Cosmos. Most of them have not looked too threatening. In fact, they've looked at their most dangerous from the point of view of wing play when the wingers have tried to put pressure on the outside defenders and attack them and try to make them commit. Because, Jim, as you know, as soon as you beat a wing fullback, then everybody else in the defense gets worried and they start to drift that way and begin to ball watch, in fact, and that's where your clever players can get free elsewhere in the penalty area.
All right, Martinovic is up on his feet. He appears to be all right. Look like he may have had the wind knocked out of him. That's the kind of thing that has been missing in the Cosmos offense tonight. Again, as we've mentioned a couple of times, is the use of Neeskens with his great ability to head the ball. They're looking for long crosses to the far post or crosses into Johan. And that time they did it off that corner kick. Rigby knocked the ball over the sideline, by the way, after that play. And the Cosmos will put it in play. Now, you know Ricky can throw it deep. Throws it out to Neeskens, who made a bad ball, but did it hit Franny O'Brien? Yes, it hit O'Brien. He looks at the linesman. Franny trying to talk his way into one. The linesman saw it. All right, now Ricky Davis will throw it long in the box. He was throwing it for Neeskens.
Here's Carbagnani on the ball.
Carbagnani comes in the game.
He just came in for Bogey.
And Bogey is left. So Carbagnani in for Bogey now with 14.5 minutes to play in a scoreless game. There's Carbo. That one goal was a memorable goal, was it not? In a away game in Tulsa. It capped a 3-2 Cosmos win in the last minute of play. Here's Ricebergen winning it from Rob. Now Carbo for Franz Beckenbauer. Franz, nice ball to Ricky Davis. Right of the box against O'Brien. Plays it in for Denny Tuert. And now what are they going to call? Corner kick. Now they say goal kick.
Overruled, yeah, goal kick.
Goal kick, and I think that was a good call.
Was a good call. I think it just ran off Dennis's foot. He wasn't quite able to control it under pressure.
Rob won that one. Eskandarian won that one, but he fouled Worthington.
Well, that's a tough call in some ways because Worthington really didn't challenge for the ball. And the onus is on him a little bit to try to play it. And Eskandarian goes up over the top and heads it away. The referee feels that Eskandarian was gaining advantage by leaning on Worthington.
All right, free kick now coming for Philadelphia. 28 yards from goal. Rob and Worthington. Worthington will probably take it. He does. Birkenmeyer made the save. Covered it.
Good improvement, Jim, in the wall setups by by the Cosmos since Birkenmeier and Franz Beckenbauer are playing together. That's a very important facet of the game, and it's been very tight in this game and in Fort Lauderdale.
All right, Cosmos will get a throw in. Time remaining, 12:57 in the match, no score. Cosmos have played 12 games on the road. They've won 8, they've lost 4. Every one of those games has been a 1-goal victory. 4 overtime games on the road. One was won in overtime by Sanino, the opening game in San Diego. Then 3 shootouts. And then the Cosmos beat Tulsa 3-2. Another 1-goal game. Beat Toronto 1-0. Beat New England 2-1.
Another substitution now, Jim. Liverich has come in for Sanino.
All right, here's Ricky Davis to Neeskens behind him. Let's see if he can get it. He can, the tour. Now to Johan. Neeskens. High cross. Too far. He was looking at the far post for Chinaglia. Making a run over there, but the ball too far.
Yeah, the ball needed a bit more hook on it. It was hit a bit too flat and therefore didn't swerve away from the goal as you would like such a cross to do.
And that other 1-goal win on the road, we gave you those scores, as Eskandarian fouls O'Brien. I don't think that was purposeful. I think he was off balance, out of position, and just kind of ran by him. Let's watch.
I think that's right. He simply beat him on speed, and Eskandarian put his foot in.
I think he was trying to cut to the other side, thinking that O'Brien was going to be cutting the other way, and he guessed wrong. And he got a yellow card for his guess. It's Franny O'Brien.
I think O'Brien's injury is more the impact of his knee on the turf than it is anything with his ankle.
Again, the Cosmos away victories, all 1-goal victories, were 1-0 in Toronto, a 2-1 win in New England, a 3-2 win in Tulsa, and a 4-3 win going right up the ladder in Fort Lauderdale, and then 4 overtime wins, 3 by shootouts. 8-4 on the road, one of the top road records in the league. Philadelphia, conversely, has not won a game on the road, but they've been tough to beat here. They're 8-3 here in Veterans Stadium. You can tell why tonight. And they've only lost one of those 3 games, only 1 game all year in regulation time. That was to California. Beckenbauer wins it in the air. Back in the box again, knocked out of there by Eskandarian. Chinaglia nicely over to Mark Liverich, a fresh player. Mark, another American player that's really coming on. He's done such a great job for the Cosmos since being acquired from Edmonton. Here's Denny Tuort to Marinho, and trying to play it back to Tuort, but not a good return pass. Nikolic picks it up in the box.
Speaking of Edmonton, what a startling result they pulled off last night, knocking off Los Angeles 4-3.
Big result, really, as they battle Vancouver for the #1 spot in the West. Here's Eskandarian. A lot of good games tonight. A lot of players that really played well tonight. The only thing missing is goal scoring. A lot of effort. Nice to see Ricky Davis, who really seemed tired the last couple of games, all the work he's done. Ricky's really turned in a great performance tonight. Here's Liverich on the left. Mark tries to beat the fullback, does, crosses in front to Denny Tuort. Tuort gets it back, and now it's finally cleared. Tuort, well, he just couldn't get control of the ball.
Those are the kinds of chances that Dennis has always managed to turn into goals, and it just can't happen every time.
All right, Carbagnani, another new player in the game, to Franz. Cosmos have 2 substitutes, Carbagnani and Liverich. Beckenbauer played it to Chinaglia, but again, you saw help. They're really helping on Giorgio. They're not letting him alone. Sometimes 3 players on him. Worthington with Eskandarian on him. Worthington plays the ball toward Rob that Ricebergen picks off. Franz very coolly gets at the whim. Now to Carbagnani or Liverich on the sideline. Here's a return from Mark. It's a good pass. Liverich is taken down. The referee's going to call a foul.
Again, I don't think that was an intentional foul.
No.
Just a late tackle.
It's really been a clean game.
It's been a good, hard, clean game.
10 minutes and 7 seconds to play. So we're getting to nervous time now. Every pass, every shot, everything is important here. And Pat Fidelia is coming in the game for Philadelphia now. Fidelia scored that goal that beat Minnesota here last Wednesday night. And he's a dangerous goal scorer, Pat Fidelia.
He has replaced a center midfielder, Kremer.
In the box now. Knocked out of the box, and Carbagnani going with Fidelia. Nice little work by Worthington there. There's a hand-to-hand combat combat. Franny O'Brien and Eskandarian. Worthington. Esky is shadow. Too far.
Again, defensively, the Cosmos continue to impress. I think this has been one of their tightest performances, particularly in the middle of the field. Ricky and Neeskens have done an excellent job taking care of Lukic, Kremer, and to some extent O'Brien. O'Brien's looked the most dangerous.
And again, keeping in mind that Cosmos are missing the great Carlos Alberto tonight. Neeskens plays it nicely to Ricky Davis inside the 35. Ricky on the right to Denny Tuort. Martinovic playing him. Tuort's cross in front, and Rigby came out ahead of Neeskens and CHINAGLIA. Boy, that was dangerous. The Cosmos had it set up that time.
That was a nice ball. That was more typical. You see the swirling ball coming out. The keeper has to come out and reach it, and otherwise Giorgio would have been able to tuck it away. Now,
Davis made an intercept now. Get it to JOHAN Neeskens, who shot as a goal!
Oh,
JOHAN Neeskens!
Completely fooled Rigby, because he pointed to Giorgio as though he's going to just knock it into Giorgio, and instead he hammered it in the bottom right-hand corner.
JOHAN Neeskens, look at this shot.
There's the shot. Look at this now. Look, watch it dip. See, it's almost a dead ball, and it dips just inside the post.
He hit a screwball for you baseball fans. He hit it from left to right. For you golf fans, he hit a slice. JOHAN Neeskens.
And for you soccer fans, let's hope he hit a winner.
All right, Neeskens won the ball. JOHAN Neeskens, who has scored his third goal in 3 games. He scored against Vancouver, and he scored, as you know, against Fort Lauderdale, and now he has scored here against Philadelphia. And the time remaining 7:47 in the match. JOHAN Neeskens, I think he fooled Rigby not only with the dip, but even taking the shot from that position. I don't think Bobby really expected it.
That's right. I'm sure he did.
Weisbergen over the midfield line. Plays it over to Ricky Davis. Cosmos come attacking again. Davis inside the 35 to Weisbergen, and now back to Ricky Davis. Ricky now. Here's his cross. Headed out of the box to Franny O'Brien. Neeskens with a big goal. 7:15 to play in the match. Philadelphia's got to send some more people forward now. Mark Liverich attacking for the Cosmos. Liverich just pushed that ball ahead of him too far, as we saw. Carbagnani, who's replaced Bogey in the Cosmos lineup. 6:50 to play in the game. Pat Fidelia on the right wing of the Cosmo 35. Franny O'Brien, Beckenbauer will pick him up, and Beckenbauer knocks it over the goal line to set up a corner kick with 6.5 minutes to go in the game. All right, let's watch his corner kick. Kept alive, but here's Eskandarian. What a game Esky's played. Denny Tuort playing it to Marinho. The Cosmos attack from the right. Marinho with Martinovic. Let's see if he takes him on. He does. Didn't cross it over very well, and now they say it was last touched by Martinovic. It'll be corner kick Cosmos.
Yeah, so unfortunately for Marinho, the defender did not buy his fakes and very cleverly went with him on each of the turns.
Davis got an assist in the Neeskens goal. Now they play it to Giorgio in the box. Knocked away, comes right back in the box again. They flick it back to Rigby. 5:25 to play in the match. Cosmos on top, 1-0. David Robb. But here's Weisbergen to knock it away again. Can't say enough about this Cosmos defense tonight. Neeskens, Eskandarian, Beckenbauer, Ricky Davis. It's been sensational. It's tough to pick an outstanding player. This man's a big candidate. Neeskens. CHINAGLIA gets it to Denny Tuort. Over to Liverich in the box. Liverich shot. Rigby smothered it at the post. 4:45 to play in the game. All right, let's watch this as Liverich takes a shot to the near post, and Rigby just smothered it. Right, Reisbergen beating Fidelia, and Beckenbauer's immaculate pass comes to Tuert, who hits Chinaglia on the run, but the pass just too far, and it's allowed to go over the goal line to set up a goal kick with 4:19 to play in the game. Cosmos lost 2 straight at Giant Stadium last week, and a lot of people around the league got their hopes up. And some of the Cosmos fans were a little bit anxious. A club that had won 38 out of 39 at home to have lost 2 straight. And they were wondering what was happening. And the Cosmos, to make matters worse, could only look at the schedule and see 2 road games on tap. Carbognani spinning away. They won the first one of those 2 road games in sensational fashion in Fort Lauderdale, as many of you probably watched, 4-3 last Wednesday. And tonight here in Philadelphia, with 3.5 minutes to play in the game, they lead 1-0 on the NEESKENS electrifying goal. Look at Tuert. Great ball to Ricky Davis, and he just missed the net. What a pass from Tuert to Davis.
A beautiful ball from Dennis Tuert, and unfortunately Ricky just let it run a little by him. Look at that ball. A good 40-yard pass right through Pat Fidelia, and there you see the ball just runs a little bit past his right foot. Otherwise he would have been able to put it in that upper corner. Ricky has played a very good game. He's had a couple of off games, frankly, in the last few appearances, but he's come back into his own.
He's appeared tired, I think.
Yeah, he's taken a tremendous amount of the pressure in the middle of the field, particularly on defense. Tonight he didn't have to do it quite so much because he got a lot of help out of NEESKENS, who's had really, I think, his best game so far.
All right, here come the Cosmos again. Marinho on the left. Philadelphia has come up with 2 substitutes. We'll give them to you in a moment. Right now it's Marinho penetrating. Carbognani going with Fidelia. Carbo won it over to NEESKENS. NEESKENS tap it back now to Eskandarian. We're under 3 minutes to go in the game. Eski a long ball to Giorgio, headed out of the box. Philadelphia will have possession. Here's David Robb. Broken up by Carbo nicely. Back to Franz Beckenbauer. 2:35 to play in the match. The Cosmos on top, 1-0. Here comes Marinho. Has Liverich in the left wing. He goes to Chinaglia, who's come out of the box to give him some support. Back to Marinho. Marinho plays it back. Carbo, an intelligent ball over on the left to Liverich. Mark beats the fullback, comes through, comes in the box, and try to roll it to Chinaglia. But actually, the ball rolled all the way back to the keeper, Rigby.
This is nice to see the Cosmos keep pushing forward here. They're getting, of course, a lot more space to work in now because Philadelphia has to come out and play and try to move some players forward. They can't afford to bring 8 players back on defense. And of course, when you're playing against an 8-man defense, you have to be patient and wait and not lose your concentration. And the Cosmos did just that. And now they're getting a lot more space to operate in.
This is their tightest defensive effort of the year. There's no doubt about that. Here's NEESKENS playing it to Giorgio. Giorgio shot knocked away, and NEESKENS was coming in on goal and almost had another shot. Well, now it's Philadelphia the other way with 1:29 to play in the game. And what a tackle by Carbognani. Carbo made the defensive play. Plays it to NEESKENS. NEESKENS nicely to Denny Tuert. Tuert comes in the box now. Here's a shot right on Rigby, and the Cosmos continue to attack with 1:13 to play in the match, and they lead 1-0. But they're also looking for some other things. They're also looking possibly for another bonus point. All right, now we're under a minute to go in the game. Philadelphia chips it toward the box. Birkenmeyer, always safe, comes out, rolls it out to Reisbergen, 47 seconds. They gave Eskandarian up here at the defensive player of the game. I think Eski was great. I think it was very close between Eski and Ricky Davis. You see the Cosmos just still on the ball now, but this is intelligent. They don't have to score any more goals. Here's Marinho just wheeling around. It's Cosmos in their delay tactics here. Carbognani plays it over to Reisbergen, 15 seconds. And Philadelphia can't get the ball. Carbagnani to Liverage. And a foul with 3 seconds. A foul with 3 seconds. And referee has called timeout. And now he said that's it. And the Cosmos, after losing 2 straight in Giant Stadium and having people think that maybe the great Cosmos machine was on the decline, have proven to the detractors that it's anything but that. They've gone on the road and won 2 gutty games, 4-3 in Lauderdale, 1-0 here in Philadelphia. Not an easy club to beat in Philadelphia. And the Cosmos pick up 7 valuable points, Seamus. And
not an elegant victory, but there you see Neeskens going off the field after a superb game, and he, of course, is the winner of the Schaefer Circle MVP for this game. His second game-winning goal in a row, but more than that, he dominated midfield and did a super job all around for the Cosmos. We'll be right back after these messages.
Cosmos now have 162 points, more than any club in the National Conference. They have now won their 18th game of the year. They're 9th on the road, and 2 very big wins on the road for this Cosmos club that comes back to Giant Stadium, probably to a tremendous crowd Wednesday night as they take on the Minnesota Kicks. It was some battle here tonight. The Cosmos defense superb, and the great goal by Neeskens, his second game winner in 2 games, and the Cosmos with a 1-0 win. 9 wins on the road this year, all by 1 goal. So long. Cosmos Soccer has been brought to you in part by the F&M Schaefer Brewing Company. Come into the Schaefer Circle. You'll find a great beer every time. And by your nearby independent Gulf dealer, who reminds you to check your tires. Underinflated tires can waste gasoline.
Now stay tuned for New York Report next here on Channel 9.